Okay, so let's take a look at another pedigree example. In this case, what we're trying to show the difference is that um, if we have an affected individual, such as this one right here, they have to have an affected parent. So affected individuals have at least one affected parent. This is how you know that you have a dominantly inherited trait. So that means that if you're affected, all you have to have is one dominant allele. You could also have two dominant alleles um, in order to be affected. So the only thing that we can do, let's just start with, let's stick with the big nose. So if you have a big nose, you're shaded in. Um, that just means that you have to have at least one dominant allele. You could have a second dominant allele, or you could have a recessive allele. Okay, so we'll start with that information. That means that if you are unaffected, you have to have two recessive alleles. Because if any of your alleles are dominant, you're going to be affected. So if you're unaffected, you have to have two recessive alleles. Okay, so now we can go in and try to fill in some more of the genotypes of the affected individuals. So this affected individual had to get at least a dominant allele from this parent because this parent only has a recessive allele to give. So that has to be the genotype of this particular offspring. This particular offspring produced two recessive, homozygous recessive individuals who were unaffected. They got one of the recessive alleles from this parent. They had to get the other recessive allele from the other parent. So the only other possible allele for this parent would be a recessive allele. And if we look at this, they got the dominant allele from this parent because their other allele is recessive, which means that from this parent, they had to get the recessive allele. So the only one we can't really tell is this parent right here. Actually, you know what? We can. I lied. So if we look at this individual right here, we have two recessive alleles. One recessive allele came from this parent, which means the other recessive allele had to come from that parent. So in this case, we were able to determine the genotypes of everyone in this pedigree.